Well, hello everyone, and a happy St. Patty's Day to all of you. Thank you for being here for our St. Patrick's Day lottery and virtual knife show. I'm so happy. It's been a long time since we've been together in this way, and I want to say happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone. I've got a great lineup here today, and beautiful knives, a bunch of different ones to sell to you all who might care to own one. Now, before I get started, though, there's something I must do, which has become a tradition with Ernest Emerson and the Emerson knives, and I must share a toast of Irish whiskey with you. Now, you will see here that I have Redbreast Irish single cask whiskey given to me by my dear friend, Nine Major. Now, I must say this, Bill, and to your beautiful wife also, thank you very much. Now, I did have a little bit left from last year, but I guarantee after you have sent me this year as a gift, I was so happy. Very, very happy. You have no idea how happy I was. But I must say this, that you were right when you said you don't want me to run out, because I've got a wee bit left in here. But after tonight, I would have run out. I'll tell you that for sure. So please join me together with all the people who are Irish on St. Patrick's Day, because everyone is Irish on St. Patrick's Day. A toast to the Emerald Isle. Oh, that's mighty fine Irish whiskey. So today we're going to wait. What's that? Away with you, you sneak thief! Leprechaun everywhere! Oh, try that again, you little devil! Well, get with you! Get out of here! Oh, boy, holy moly! Gosh, my side! Whew. Those leprechauns are getting tougher every year. Holy mackerel! Ooh, trying to take me knives right in front of me own eyes. Ooh, well, they don't call me the Irish Hammer for nothing. I'll tell you that right now. He won't be taking nothing from me again. I hope, anyway. But let's get on to the serious business of the knife show. Holy Christ! Ooh. Well, I guess I can't get on with the serious business yet until I have some of the fun business. Now, we always start off all our St. Patrick's Day celebrations with a little bit of humor. So I'm going to tell you a little joke. There was a farmer named Paddy McCoy, and he had a couple of people that worked for him. And the word got out that he wasn't treating his people that worked for him very well, that he was not living up to the standards of the employment organizations. So the word got out to the officials, and they sent a man out to Paddy's farm and said, "You got to find out what's going on out there." So the official came out and he said to Paddy, he said, "Hey, Paddy, tell me what's going on. I want to know about your staff. Who's working here? What's going on with this?" And Paddy said, "Well, I've got a farmhand, and he gets $250 a week, and he gets free room and board." And the inspector was, "Oh, well, that seems okay. Who else is here?" And he said, "Well, I've got a housemaid who also works here, and she gets $190 a week, and she gets free room and board also. She stays in the house." And he said, "Well, that's pretty fair. Who else is there that works for you?" And he goes, "Well, there's the half-wit. Whew. He only gets $20 a week. He works 16 hours a day, and he does 90% of the work. He gets a bottle of whiskey, and if he's lucky, Occasionally, he gets to sleep with me wife. And the inspector said, "What? That's disgusting. You get that half-wit before me right now." And Paddy looked at him and he said, "Well, here I am." Well, that's my bit of Irish humor. So let's get on to the serious stuff of getting this knife show going. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out a knife model, a name, CQC 99, and then I will reach over here and pick a name out of, I don't know what the hell you call that thing, but it's where we keep all the names of all the people that have entered the lottery. And I must say, this year, for this lottery, we have the most people who have ever entered an Emerson lottery. It's well over 1,000 entrants. So there's 40 knives. So I think your chance is like, I don't know, 4 in 100 or something of maybe getting picked. So keep your fingers crossed. Everybody's lucky on St. Pat's Day. So here we go. I'm going to start out. I'm going to pick a knife and then I will pick a name. The first knife is the MV5 Black and Gray Rich Light. That's right here. And let's see who gets chosen for that particular knife. The name is Philip Clapp, K-L-A-P-P. So Philip, you have the MV5 with black and gray rich light. Now I made a few knives this year for the lottery with the black and gray rich light. As you might surmise by now with some of the customs that I've been doing, I really like the black and gray rich light. So it's an excellent handle material. And in fact, the knife that I carry has the maple rich light on it. I like it that much. It's on my personal knife. So very cool. It's got a subtle, just a little bit of difference between the black, dark black, and a little bit of a charcoal gray in there. So beautiful knives. That's why I put them on several of the models that we have here today. Second knife drawn is the Bull Jack B. And that B is the spear point. So we've got a Bull Jack, and whose name gets drawn for that? Who gets the Bull Jack? Carl Gasparini, Gasparrini, Carl Gasparini for the Bull Jack spear point. Next knife to be drawn is the Mini Kwaiken. Let's get that name out. The Mini Kwaiken goes to David Kim. David Kim, K-I-M, for the Mini Kwaiken. And the Mini Kwaiken, where are you? Right here. That's the Mini Kwaiken. Next knife to be drawn, Combat Systems Fighter. Combat Systems Fighter, right there. I have 2 of those this year. See who is going to get that. Combat Systems Fighter goes to Adam Jacobs. Hello, Adam. Adam Jacobs, Jacobs. Combat Systems Fighter. Next knife to be drawn, the MV4 Black and Gray Rich Light. Another Viper knife. Spin these up a bit. See who we're going to pick. MV4 Viper, Philip Kegarius. I hope I pronounced your name right. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Kegerreis, Philip. You get the black and gray MV4 Viper, which is right here. I really like this lineup that I got you guys this year because it's a little bit of that and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Good varying, couple of old models, couple of brand new models. Next knife out is the Commander Black and Gray Rich Light. Who do we have for that one? That name is David Hicks. Hicks. David Hicks. Commander Black and Gray Rich Light. And that Commander, I have two of them this year. It's right here. All right, next knife out. Commander once again. Who gets the second Commander? Second Commander goes to Andrew Cullen, Cullen. Andrew Cullen. Commander, also with black and gray rich light. Those are really nice knives, guys. Believe me, that black and gray is, and it's super impervious to water and a whole bunch of other things, gasoline, etc., oil. Real hard use, but absolutely almost a wood-like warmth to it. It's just a great handle material. I like it so much. Next knife up, Mach 1. That goes back a little ways. And who do we have for the Mach 1? Joseph Iberg. Iburg. For the Mach 1, and the Mach 1 is right here. We're keeping the name and the knife together. There will be no chance that somebody and name and knife get switched over. Okay, here we go. Next name, or next knife, Mini CQC7 Flipper. Mini CQC7 Flipper. Nice little everyday pocket carry knife. And who gets that knife? Stand up, you. I'm gonna have to get a bigger, whatever you call that dang thing, next year. Ari Zuckerman for the Mini CQC7 Flipper. Ari Zuckerman, Zuckerman. Congratulations, Ari. I'll tell you another little Irish joke. So Paddy was walking around the streets of Belfast after leaving the pub one night. And he's walking down this dark street, and all of a sudden a man comes up from behind, puts a gun in his back. And he says, "Are you Protestant or are you Catholic?" And Paddy's thinking to himself, "Oh boy, what a pickle I'm in. If I says I'm Catholic and he's Protestant, he'll shoot me. If I says I'm Protestant and he's Catholic, he'll shoot me. What do I do? What do I do?" And then he came to him. He said, "I'm neither. I'm Jewish." And the voice came from behind him and said, "Oh, begorra, I must be the luckiest Arab in all of Ireland." Oh, those Irish and their jokes. What are you going to do? Okay. Hatin. Hatin. I hope that joke doesn't get me banned off social media. Can't make fun of anything these days. Joe DeMora. Joe, last name DeMora, D-E, and then capital M-O-R-A. Joe DeMora for the Hatin. And the Hatin is right here. Very nice knife. Next knife. Huyken Black and Gray Rich Light. And here is the full-size Huyken Black and Gray Rich Light. And the name for that is Tim Kunstler. Hello, Tim. Tim Kunstler's K-U-E-N-S-T-L-E-R. Tim gets the full-sized Huyken. There's a lot of new names in the lottery this year. There's a lot of old names in the lottery too. Long-time customers and long-time friends. So I'm glad you all joined me on this. The next knife is the Gypsy Jack. And the name for the Gypsy Jack, oh gosh, they're falling out. Like I said, I gotta get a bigger tumbler or whatever that is. The name for the Gypsy Jack is Cayman Nguyen. Cayman Nguyen, N-G-U-Y-E-N. And that was for the Gypsy Jack. And there is the Gypsy Jack. Next knife. MV3 Black and Gray Rich Light. This is the MV3 Gray Rich Light. Good looking stuff, guys, really. Beautiful knife. Who gets the MV3? Stephen Morales for the MV3, the Viper MV3. M-O-R-A-L-E-S. Stephen Morales. Thank you, Stephen. Next knife. Turbo 7. That's a cool knife. The CQC7 blade, standard blade, and I put it in a handle that was similar to the Tiger because I really like the Tiger or the CQC13. As you know, I carried a Tiger and I carried a CQC13 for a long, long time, several years. So I liked that handle, and I thought, wow, what if I put a CQC7 blade in there? We'll spice it up, called the Turbo 7. That is the Turbo 7 right there. And who gets the Turbo 7? Brandon Brown. Brandon Brown for the Turbo 7. B-R-O-W-N. Brandon. Next knife. The Elvia. Okay. What's up with these Elvias? These are the first waved Elvias. No one's ever seen these. Ed may have seen a picture of it. Ed Calderon. That's his design. This is the waved Elvia. First ones. Number 1, and I have number 2 here of the custom versions. Who gets one of those? Diego Wycombe. Diego Wycombe, Weikum. I suspect that is a relative of Dwayne Wycombe. So if it is, hello to your family. Waved Albion. Okay, what do I got here? A CQC9, black and gray rich light. Haven't made a lot of these, very few of them actually, for a long, long time. CQC9, also called the Eagle. Who do we pick for that? Mark Anthony Kendrick for the Eagle, CQC9. Mark Anthony Kendrick, Kendrick. Next knife. CQC5. CQC5. Who is the name? Debbie Lentine. Debbie Lentine. That's another familiar name. Been around here for a long, long time. Lentine for a CQC5. That is a non-waved CQC5. Non-waved. I better write that down because I have two of them. Non-waved. Next knife up is the mini sax. The mini sax. What do we got here? The mini sax goes Carl Love. Love. Carl Love for the mini sax. Where is the mini sax? Right here. Really nice little knife to carry in your pocket. Okie dokie. Next knife. CQC5 again. This time the waved version. Let me write that down on there. Waved version. Way down into the bottom. Who's getting the CQC5 wave? That will go to Mason Bumpus. Mason Bumpus. Bumpus for waved CQC5. That darn leprechaun kicked me right in the leg when I was wrestling with him there. Left me with a goosebump on my shin. Whew. Anyway, next knife, Varangian. And this is the Varangian. Very, very cool knife. Who gets the Varangian? Varangian goes to Christopher Coney. Coney. Christopher Coney for the Varangian. Next knife. The Tiger. As you know, a knife I really liked because I carried one for quite a while. Who gets a Tiger? Matt Donahue. Matt Donahue, Donohue. Tiger is right here. Next knife. Next knife out of the box is, haha, CQC6. Finally, I was wondering when I was going to pick one of those. It's mixed up good. Who gets drawn for? This is a non-waved CQC6. Non-waved CQC6. Caitlin Tierney, another very familiar name. Caitlin, you guys got a non-wave 6. Say hi to Kane. And that's a good Irish name, by the way. And that might be why you were lucky enough to get drawn for that knife. Just saying. Okay, here we go again. CQC 15, CQC 15. Where is the 15? 15's right here. And the name is Jason Rickards. Jason Rickards. RICKARDS for the CQC 15. Next one, CQC 45 with a maple rich light handle. CQC 45 with a maple rich light handle. Where are you? 10, 15, 17, 45. Right here. CQC 45. Who is the person who gets drawn? Anthony Pascale, Senior. Pascale, Senior. Anthony Pascale, CQC 45. Next knife, drawing out. CQC 7, waved. CQC 7 waved. Who gets drawn for the CQC 7 wave? Vernon Huang. Vernon Huang. Huang. Vernon. CQC 7 waved is right here. It's another familiar name in the Emerson aficionado group. Okay. Next knife. CQC 10, CQC 10, CQC 10. Right here, CQC 10. CQC 10. Okay, and then name to go with the 10 is Brad Kirkendall. Brad Kirkendall. Curkendall. Brad Kirkendall for the CQC 10. Next one. Super Commander, black and gray rich light. Now, I just forgot to mention at the beginning of all of this, the knives are $850 a piece, with the exception of the super knives. The super knives are $1,000. This is the Super Commander black and gray rich light. There is Super Commander. Haven't made very many of those in the last few years. And who gets picked for the Super Commander? Tanner Fisher. Tanner Fisher, Fisher, for the Super Commander. Next knife out. CQC6 waved. CQC6 waved. Second one out of the box, CQC6 waved. Who gets that CQC6? Let's find out. Sticking together here. CQC6 wave goes to Corey Johnson. Corey Johnson, Johnsson. CQC6 wave. Next knife, Elvia, second Elvia. Right here, waved. First two, waved Elvias. Let's see what we've got for that knife. Karen Brown, Brown. Karen is spelled Karin. So Karen, you get the second Elvia waved. Getting down, a few left. CQC7, non-waved. Non-waved right here. CQC7, non-waved. What do we got on the bottom of the barrel? David Van Horn. David Van Horn. VAN space HORN. David Van Horn for the CQC7 non-wave. CQC8 black and gray rich light. CQC8 right here. One of the, I guess, Emerson classic designs. CQC8. Who's up? Well, that one fell out. Lucky day. Let's see who fell out of the box. Edwin Kalo. CALO. Edwin Kalo. CQC8. Next knife. Roughneck spear point. Roughneck spear point. And that is a flipper. Roughneck spear point. Very, very nice. Very, very heavy duty knife with a great guard on it so you're not going to slip forward on it. I really like the design. Who gets the roughneck? Cindy Blair, BLAIR. Hello, Cindy. Say hello to your husband for us also. Hope all is well. Thank you, Cindy. roughneck, spear point. A100 with a G10 handle. A100. Right there. Real nice, nice knife. A100 goes to Cody Scott. Cody Scott for the A100. SCOTT. Cody Scott. Next knife, MV2 black and gray rich light. Very rare knife. Very rare. One of the original Viper models. Smaller version. Viper 2. So let's pick a name. Bruce Iono, and I hope that I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Ionno. Bruce Iono. MV2, black and gray, rich light. Okay. Get back there. CQC 12. CQC 12. Where are you? CQC 12. Right here. CQC 12. Little story on the CQC 12. The Russian AK-47 bayonet was always a very, very robust, very stout knife design. And I liked it. I just liked the way that it felt, the way that it looked, and it's an iconic design. Probably one of those knives that is more open than anybody will ever know throughout the world, and a bunch of variations on them. But I was very lucky in that when I made that original design, I got introduced to the daughter of Mikhail Kalishnikov, and got to know them a little bit. I wasn't sitting around drinking vodka with the old man, let's call him, but he got his daughter specifically requested that I make a knife for Mikhail Kalishnikov, and I thought that was quite an honor because it is one of the most iconic firearms that has ever existed, and he was responsible for designing quite a few firearms actually, and I just thought that that was a very, I guess, honor for me, even though sometimes we were on the other side of the firing end of the Kalashnikovs, but all said and done, you got to give credit where credit's due. It's a fine firearm, built to last, built to take a licking and keep on ticking. You could run over it with a truck and pick it up and still shoot it. But anyway, I thought that was very cool that I made a knife that got into the hands of the man who made the AK-47 machine gun. Just a little story. I guess I've been lucky in a lot of ways to be in the right place at the right time. I've got a picture, an autographed picture from him thanking me for it. I'll show it to y'all sometime. Okay, CQC 12, and the story that goes with it goes to Mr. Arthur Rebello Jr., another name famous in the annals of Emerson history. Art, how are you? Send me an email. I'm on track. So send me an email, not related to this, but you know what I'm talking about. Thank you, Art. Got a lot of cool things going on. Next knife. Appalachian with maple rich light. Where is my Appalachian? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Appalachian. I know you're here. Ah, there it is. Appalachian hunting knife. I just got another little story. I got an interesting email from a hunter who had taken down a big bull elk, and he skinned the entire elk without even having to touch the blade up. He sent me a whole bunch of photos, which maybe we can show them sometime. I don't know. These days, I might offend some of the PETA group or something like that, because it was pictures of him using the knife to dress out that elk. But I thought it was very cool because I've dressed a lot of animals, and you generally have to touch your knife up in the middle of even a field dressing. And he told me he didn't even have to touch the blade one single time and did the entire elk. That Appalachian goes to Parker Yost. Parker Yost, Y-O-S-T. Next one. Oh, we really are getting down now. Emerson Combat Systems Fighter, the second one we had today. Combat Systems Fighter. Who gets that? Greg Sanders, Sanders, the Combat System Fighter. Right here. Next one, Market Skinner, Maple Rich Light. That one I know where it is. It's right here. Another great hunting knife. Really good hunting knife. Market Skinner, Maple Rich Light, and the name is Dave Abramson. Ho, 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 ho. Dave, how are you? How is your family? How is your lovely wife? You are one of my dear friends, very strong supporter, and if I may say so, I truly, truly have appreciated your support and friendship over the years. Dave, you're 100%er. You have a wonderful family. You do great things. And don't forget, Lifters Leather. Dave is an excellent sheath maker, a really good sheath maker. So if you guys have some fixed blades and you need to get a sheath, get a hold of Dave Abramson. Lifters Leather. You can probably look him up, find him somewhere. Dave, keep up the good work. Hope all is well. What do we got? MV1, Black and Gray Rich Light. Here is the MV1. And the name is Richard Kelly for the Model 1 Viper with black and gray Rich Light handles. Richard Kelly, K-E-L-L-Y. Very appropriate name for St. Paddy's Day. Next one, the Arbiter, or some people call the Arbiter. It is another knife that's rather new to the Emerson lineup. Where did I put you? Where? Here it is right here. It's got somewhat of a CQC7 handle, but it's got a buoy blade. There's no wave or any ramp on top. Really good high performance knife, very ergonomic, and what I call a very straight ahead, straightforward type of design. I like it a lot. Arbiter. Who are we talking about for the Arbiter? That goes to Jonathan Proctor, Proctor. Jonathan Proctor for the Arbiter. Three left in here. What do we got? The CQC6 with rich light handles. Woo! Little rarity. Black and gray rich light handles. I believe this is the first CQC6 that I've ever put the rich light handles on one. So whoever gets this knife, you got a one-of-a-kind CQC6. Now let me spin that up a bit. See who pops out. And the name we have drawn is Justin Campbell, Campbell. Justin Campbell for the CQC6 with the rich light handles, no wave. Two left. What is this one? The CQC 17. Okay, the CQC 17. Where did you sit? Right here. Almost a straight razor, but it's got a little bit of a curved edge. Pretty much a symmetrical knife. I've got the same kind of curve or clip going down in the front as I do in the back. A great little everyday carry knife. Horncliffe, straight razor. I've heard it called several different things. Got an interesting story from my friend Larry Brahms, which I won't tell you right now, but he said it reminded him of an incident way back when he was a young teenage boy. And if you're Larry, I hope all is well. But this one goes to Richard Potter, Potter. Richard Potter. And last, and I hope certainly not least of all, I don't even know what knife it is. Oh, it's the Roadhouse. Another one of my personal favorite designs. Carried a Roadhouse for quite a while. And people say, you keep saying you carried a knife for a while, etc. How could you carry that many knives? Well, I've been doing this for over 40 years, so I've carried quite a few knives in 40 years. And if I carried one for 2 years total, that'd be 20 knives. If I carried a knife for a year only, that'd be 40 knives. So there's a lot of knives. Sometimes I carried a knife for 2 or 3 years. Sometimes I carried one for 6 months. Sometimes I carried one for 5 or 6 years. So anyway, I did carry the Roadhouse for a long, long time. I really like the knife. It's a very ergonomic handle, very strong, robust, stout. Get you out of a jam, I'll tell you that. And for the last knife, the Roadhouse goes to Michael Asuncion. Boy, I hope I pronounced your name right, Michael. It's Asuncion. Michael Asuncion. Sorry if I butchered it, buddy, but you got the Roadhouse, so enjoy. And if I butchered your name, I owe you a beer at some point in time. So, folks, that's it. That is our St. Patrick's Day lottery knife show. The auction knives are finishing up. They'll be finishing up about every 15 minutes or so. You guys have been all over the auctions. I really appreciate that. Those are where the real fancy ones go. And but I got to tell you, there's that number 40 Commander. That is the 40th Commander that we ever made. That goes back to the very first run of Commanders that ever came out of our shop. Take a long look at it. I know there's Commander collectors out there. That's the real deal. I found that knife in my safe. I don't know how I kept it because there was at the time, nothing special about the Commander, nothing special about the serial numbers or anything else. It got a life of its own. It became a very, very sought after knife, but in particular, very sought after for those very early numbers and what people called our first run productions, 98s. That's a 98 Commander all the way to the bank. So, guys, take a look at that. Listen, tonight's St. Patrick's Day. I know a lot of you are going out. Don't do something stupid. Or as my mom used to say, don't be the guy where I got to say, if you were getting any dumber, you'd be getting close to stupid. Don't be that guy. Enjoy, have fun, celebrate St. Patty's Day. Thank you, everyone, each and every one, for giving me the chance to do the thing that I love to do, which is make knives. You don't ever have to buy an Emerson knife. I know that. There's a lot of good knives out there, but for whatever reason, you decided to buy them from me. I thank you because you're the people that have given me a dream life. I will never forget it. I truly appreciate it. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone. Thank you all.